Hey guys, welcome back to another very interesting video of versatile knowledge. And in this video, I'm going to be doing the Gcam review for the Xiaomi Mi 10i. So I've been using this Mi 10i for quite some time now, and this is my review for the Gcam on this device. We do Gcam reviews for most of the Android devices, and what we feel with respect to the Gcam on most of the other Android devices is that difference between the camera quality or the difference between the images itself from the normal camera to the Google camera is extremely large. But when we talk about the Google camera on the Mi 10i, that is not the case. Xiaomi has worked extremely hard with respect to the software optimization for the camera on the Mi 10i, such that the difference between the normal camera and the Google camera is not very large. So this is one important observation I have made on the Gcam for the Mi 10i. Let's go ahead and check out how do we install the Gcam. I'll be recording my screen over here. I'll be showing you guys every step of this process about how you can install the Gcam. I'll be giving the link for the Gcam in the description, guys. You can just straight away go ahead and install the application of that is Gcam from that link. First thing is you'll have to go to the Google Chrome browser and visit this link in the description, and there what you will find is the Pixels 8.1 Gcam, guys. Just go ahead and click on the download over there and just close this ads or everything, and later the application will ask for downloading over there, and the app size is somewhere around 69.8 MB, guys, and there is no configuration file, and there is no need to create folders for configuration file Gcam 7 or something like that. The installation process is just as simple as installing any third-party APK. Once the download is successful, what you will have to do is just go ahead and click on the APK over there, and it will ask to install. So when it asks to install, just go ahead and install the application on your device, and once the application gets installed on your device, the name of the package is actually Camera PX. That is the app name, guys. As you can see, the app has been successfully installed on our device. Now let's go ahead and open the Google camera application, that is the Camera PX, that is present in our app drawer. Just click on allow over here in the permissions. Let's go ahead and check out multiple different options that is present in the settings. First point is to turn on the Google auto white balance, to turn off the motion, and to turn on the HDR plus enhanced, guys. And if you turn on the HDR plus enhanced and use Google auto white balance, the quality of the images certainly get enhanced. So that is what it is. There is the option of night sight, the portrait mode that is present over there at the bottom, and we have the camera mode, and also we have the video mode that is present, and also we have the more options where you can find the panorama, photosphere, and the time-lapse mode. Now coming over to in the camera mode, you actually find the selfie camera. That is the selfie camera option is also present, where you can actually zoom into the selfies and take the normal selfies as well. So that is one important thing that is present, and also we have the option to switch between the zoom lens, that is the 2x zoom, and the option to go back to the normal lens. So that is one important thing. Go to the settings over there. I generally turn off the location all the time in my Google camera, guys. Just turn off the location over there. I also actually turn off the Google lens suggestion that is present, option to turn on the selfie as previewed, and go to the PX mode settings, go to the stock features over there. Here you can just enable the features that you want to enable or not, depending upon your requirement, and go to pixel auto white balance and set it to IMX686, guys, which is a 64 megapixel sensor. Again, go back to the settings over there. Let's go to social share. I actually do not like social share. If you're someone who is a fan of social share, you can just enable them. Go to the gestures option. If you want to set any gestures, you can set it there. Just go to device storage. Here also there are a few options that is present. Let's go to advanced. Just enable the raw plus JPEG control. It will help you to take the raw photographs as well, guys. And here let's go ahead and turn on the 3x3 grid, which will help you to align your photographs. Set the camera resolution to highest and video stabilization to highest. So these are the only few set of settings that you need to do for the Google camera on the Xiaomi Mi 10i. When you go to selfie, you can turn on the face retouching as well. I just turn off the face retouching all the time, and also HDR plus enhanced has to be present as turned on all the time. So that is what it is with respect to the installation process. I have taken some photographs from the Gcam from the last one day. What I have actually observed is there is not a huge gap between the normal camera photographs and the Gcam photographs. I've actually made down a few points on my notepad about what is the difference between the normal camera and the Google camera on the Mi 10i. First important point that I want to talk about in Gcam on the Mi 10i is with respect to the dynamic range of the photographs. So if you guys are seeing on the photographs over here, the dynamic range or the HDR that it can capture from the Gcam is extremely brilliant. In some scenarios on the normal camera, what happens is background sometimes gets washed out or background becomes white, and the details that it captures in the background areas are not that much when it comes to the normal camera. The levels of HDR that is present on the Google camera is way more higher than the normal camera. So the second important point about the Google camera is with respect to the color profiles. So if you guys are seeing on this particular photograph, the colors are actually on the flat side. It is not oversaturated or it is not like undersaturated or something. When we talk about the colors from the normal camera, it looks slightly on the punchier side. Red looks a little bit dark red. So if you're someone who edits photographs on the Adobe Lightroom or on Snapseed or on Adobe Photoshop, this Gcam photos will be extremely helpful. If you have taken a raw photo using Gcam and import it to Photoshop or Lightroom or Snapseed, you can play around with it like anything. So that is the freedom that Gcam provides, the flat color profile that it shoots. What I've observed is that is what the human eye also perceives. It actually tries to take the photographs as close to what the human eye can see. The next important point about Gcam is with respect to the night mode. Night mode on the Mi 10i's default camera application has improved a lot. Previously, what we used to do is we used to install Gcam just for the fact that it takes some amazing night mode photographs. But the point that I wanted to make is in the night mode photographs of the normal camera, it has improved a lot. There is only just a 5% difference between the night mode of the Gcam, that is the night sight of Gcam, and the night mode of the normal camera application. So this is only a small difference. What I have felt is in night mode of the Gcam, the colors tend to be little bit on the orange side. Colors on the normal camera in the night mode tends to look a little bit on the yellowish side. So this is what it is with respect to the night mode on the Gcam and the normal camera. Also in the Gcam, in the night sight mode, there is an option to enable the astrophotography by default. So as you guys are seeing over here, when you go to the night sight mode over here in the Google camera, and when you just scroll down over there, astrophotography on and astrophotography auto over there. So if you just keep the astrophotography to auto, what happens is whenever you go to the night sight mode and when you try to take a photograph, and if the camera detects that there is a sky, then automatically it will switch to astrophotography mode. So that is what it is with respect to the night mode on the Gcam on the Mi 10i. Now let's talk about the ultra wide angle camera. The APK that I have specifically used on this particular video does not actually support the ultra wide angle camera. There is a Gcam APK that I will be putting the link in the description, which actually supports the ultra wide angle camera as well. So if you are someone who wants to take ultra wide angle photographs specifically from the Gcam and you are not satisfied with the ultra wide angle photographs of the normal camera, then you can go ahead, download the APK from the link in the description. Now let's talk about the portrait mode. Here in portrait mode, as you can see in this particular photograph, the edge detection is brilliant. Edge detection is on the next level. Now let's talk about the important point or the USP of the Gcam that I felt after reviewing the Gcam on the Mi 10i is the selfie department. So in selfie department, there is at least 25 to 30% improvement when we talk about the selfies and the details that you get from the selfies of the Gcam on the Mi 10i. Selfies are extremely detailed. Selfies have really good natural colors. It sometimes tends to look like a little bit more on the saturated side, but the point I want to make here is if you are someone who want your selfies to be really white or bright, or if you like some beautification modes, then you will not like the selfies from the Google camera, because the Google camera selfies are extremely detailed and you can even see the flaws on your face. I'm actually someone who embraces them and I love the selfies from the Google camera, even though they are more detailed and they are rich in color and they can show the pores in our skin and they can show the flaws on our face. This is how it should be in my opinion, and a lot of my friends actually like their selfies to be white and bright. That is why I thought I'll put up this point on the video. Next important point about the selfies that I have observed is with respect to the field of view. So you will be actually surprised with respect to the field of view that the Google camera provides, because as you guys can see on this particular photograph, both of the photographs are taken from the same camera or the same smartphone, but one particular software can cover much more view than the other camera, which is what I'm talking about, the field of view. The field of view of the Google camera is much higher than the field of view of the normal camera, both for the selfie camera and for the normal camera, that is the rear facing camera. Now let's talk about the videos on the Google camera, guys. I've taken a couple of videos on the Google camera. It does not improve the stabilization, guys. There was one problem that I was facing with respect to the Mi 10i, which was with respect to the stabilization. I hate the stabilization that is present, or should I put it across like this, there is no stabilization present on the video department of the Mi 10i. There is EIS present in the 1080p, but I actually like to take 4K videos from the rear camera. 4K 30 fps is present and it is just so shaky. So that is just horrible to take the video. So that's why I stopped taking videos from the Mi 10i, just because the stabilization is not present. Maybe they will enable EIS with the software update. I am just waiting for that. And also the stabilization of videos from the Gcam is not that good. There is some software based stabilization that is present, but it does not make any much of a difference. So the videos are also just fine on the Google camera. And also another important point is there is no high resolution mode, or there is no 108 megapixel mode that is present on the Google camera, which you guys need to note down. So in the normal camera you can take 108 megapixel photographs, which is present on this camera, which is fantastic. The details are extremely good, and sometimes you might feel that it is over sharpened when you actually try to zoom into the photographs. So that is with respect to the high resolution. It is not actually present. There is no high res mode on the Google camera. This is the most stable working port for the Google camera that I have observed till now, guys. And if you find any more stable working ports with the flaws that I have observed with respect to this Google camera, you have to tell me in the comment section below. That's it for this video, guys. If you guys have liked this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting content like this one. Thank you for watching, guys.